I'm going to show you guys how to replace the fuel lines, the fuel feed lines on this one is a 97 GMC Suburban 2500, but it applies to the Chevy version, the 1500s as well. They use the same fuel line. So the reason why I'm replacing mine, right there, when I took off the old fuel pump, I sheared off part of the old fuel pump feed lines. So, focus, you damn thing. So, seeing that they're rusted in there, they're seized in there, that thing's seized in there, I figured it's easier to replace it. So, you can see, I have a new Dorman, what is it? You can see right there, 800-893. Ordered it off of Amazon. It's about $100 with shipping to where I'm living at. As you can see up in here, I have the fuel tank out. Said fuel tank is right there with the new pump. Alright, so first step, you have to remove this little bracket, and there's another one right past the subframe, I want to say. Yep, right there. And then right down there is where your connections are going to be at. When I get to that point, I'll let you know what size you need. But for these two bolts, it is 13 millimeter. So just a 13 millimeter ratchet and socket, and then you're good to go. Alright, so there's actually 3 of these little brackets. Third one's right here, second one right there, and the first one way back behind the shock, between the shock and the part of the frame. So, got down here, these are the 2 connections. This is for the top fuel line, this is for the bottom one. They are 3/4 by 5/8. It's the same as for your fuel pump. As you can see, mine are kind of grungy, so I'm going to take a brush to them. Pardon the horrible videography here. So, just clean them up a little bit. That way you can get your wrenches on. And you can see the whole assemblies, all these assemblies right here are bouncing around because, well, you couldn't see it right there because I'm a shitty camera person. And they're bouncing around, and that's what those brackets are to keep from happening. So, yeah, get these cleaned up a little bit. Alright, so that's a lot cleaner. So, when you take this, separate these, this piece right here, the 3/4 inch part, cannot move. It's got to stay put because you have the other part of your fuel line right here, which goes up into the fuel filter, and this is where the feed line comes in. So this is the part that turns, this part does not. So this is where you put your 3/4, this is one where you put your 5/8. Alright, as you can see, I've got the 3/4 inch wrench on there. And so, I've already broken it free, so I'm going to shove the 5/8 back on. So you want to turn this way to break it free. Alright, just so there's no confusion, because I tried doing it the other way, and I almost stripped it out. But this one I really wasn't too worried about, because I'm removing this. Alright. And watch out, there will still be residual fuel in the line when you break it free. So, yeah. Have a little bit of dribble. Alright, now to get the fuel line out of the clamp. So, as you can see, this is the front one. This is a different line. But the concept is basically, you want to pry this apart, but on the back side. So this is the bottom fuel line right here. So I'm gonna have to set the camera, I'm gonna stop recording, I'm gonna set the camera down and basically just pry out on this piece back here and then push basically outward away from towards this way on the clamp. Alright, so I've got all but this last one, and the good thing is the harness rotates. So, just push. Get my fat fingers, that tab. And I'm also lifting up at the same time. And of course, because I'm recording right now, it's gonna make me a liar on how easy it is. But once you get them free, it's easy to move around. Alright, so to get that last one out, what I did is I basically rotated this and just basically forced the harness to pop out. Alright, so now, what you gotta do is just pull the old fuel line out. And it does have a bend in it. Oh! Where am I fucking caught on? Oh, right there. So, just... And the nice thing is, it's rubber, it bends, it flexes. And of course, caught on something else again. And the old fuel line is out. Huzzah! Now to put the other one in. Installation is going to be reverse of removal. So I'm going to slide the new fuel line in, work it forward, and connect it. And then snap it into place on the harnesses, and then bolt the harnesses back in. Alright, so I found that pulling it out the back way was fine, but putting it in the back way was harder. So, feed everything back from where the connector comes in, feed it back across the frame. So that way, you're not having to fight with trying to get a solid piece through this hole where it doesn't want to bend, and because it's getting caught up back there and right there. So yeah, that's what's working. That will work for me.